is Tay Rosé. As you can see, I'm starting with the basics and I do not like it. I'm starting off with this gel file. It's more so it's like a buffer, and I'm going to buff my nails. And this is the start for what's called the Gel X nails. A lot of you want to see how I do it on myself. So this is what you're going to see. You're going to see the process of me completing Gel X nails from start to finish. Okay. Now I had just taken off the nails that I did recently, so that's why I'm using the buffer. I'm taking this gel file. It's not a buffer, and I'm just going to file down the top part of my nail so that way I can get down to the fingertip as much as possible, so that way you don't see that white when I do my nail application. Now these files and the next set of products that you're going to see, it comes in a set that my sister had purchased from Amazon. I'll make sure to link that in the description box below. So as you see, I have the gel nail primer. That's the first thing that's going to go on my nails. And there are instructions that come in the box as well, so you'll make sure to read it carefully and follow the directions as is. With the primer, I'm going to apply a thin coat on my nail bed. Okay. Then after this, I'm going to apply the gel nail prep dehydrator. And you want for the primer to dry before you put on the dehydrator, and that's exactly what I did. Same thing, you want to apply a thin amount of dehydrator so that your nails are dehydrated and it's not oily for the next set of steps that are to come with applying the Gel X nails. Now is the fun part. Right now I have these pretty pale Express Nails Soak Off gel tips, and these ones I got the stiletto, and I'm showing you how it comes. It comes in like a little tray almost with about, I believe, 16 sets. What you see me doing is finding my nail size for each nail, and you want it to fit securely on your nail bed, because if it's too small or too big, then you're gonna have to, if it's too big, you're gonna have to file a whole lot, but if it's too small, then you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. So my suggestion is to find the right size. Don't be lazy with it. Take the time that you need in order to get your nails done the right way. Do your nails the right way. So that's what you see me doing. I'm just measuring up my left hand, and everything with my left hand mimics my right hand. So what I'm measuring on my left hand, I'm going to take it off, put it off to the side, and I'm going to do the same thing with my right hand as well. And I forgot to mention too that these nails I had gotten from Temu. I mean, they're pretty thin, but it does okay for me. But I would suggest going on Amazon for the thicker ones. What you see here is the Melody Susie nail drill bit system. That also is from Amazon. I'll make sure to link that in the description box. With the Temu nails, it only gives you a small amount of buffing area. So I'm going back in and I'm buffing in the area so that way the nails can stay saturated enough and it can hold on longer to my nail bed versus if I were to not file the inside of these nails, because then it usually stays on for a few days. Because I have done this before and I had a couple of nails that had fallen off, and you don't want to do that. Going back to the nails, because I forgot to mention that I bought the stiletto, I bought the coffin, I even bought the square because my niece loves square nails. For my pinky, I'm going in with this non-filing drill bit because the pinky nail bed is so small and it was difficult with the other drill bit, so I just did the same thing except with something else. Right here you see I have the gloves on it to protect my hand from the UV rays. This is the gel nail glue. Again, this comes in with that set, which you're going to see me do. Everybody calls it the Apres set, where you paint the bottom part of the nail bed within the part which I filed. You want to apply the nail on within the 45-degree angle, okay? And then you want to hold it on there. And this also is this cute gel lamp, UV lamp that comes with it as well. You want to hold it underneath there for the 15 seconds as well. And then see, there goes my thumb, and I'm just doing the same thing for my other nails. You're going to see what I do here. I apply the nail glue on into the nail, and then I scrape the remaining amount at the edge of that nail. So I have a lot of glue, so I know my nails aren't going nowhere. You want to make sure too that when you apply this on, when you have it underneath the lamp, you also want to hold onto the nail as well. My suggestion is to not hold it where the nail bed is, hold it at where the tip is, because then it secures the nail, and you know that within that 15 seconds, you're all set to go. So now you see that all 10 hands are all set with my nails. And then I want to cure everything, so I'm going to put my whole hand under there for 60 seconds. So that way I know that my nails are secured to the T. Again, my nails aren't going anywhere. So I do the 15 seconds individually so they can stay placed, but then the full 60 seconds for the entire nails all together. With this all together, this took me about 2.5 minutes per hand. But then if I were to put the two hands together, it's about 5 minutes total. Very quick, very easy compared to acrylic, where it's 13 minutes for the acrylic to settle in. And then for polygel too, where that is a little quicker, but the process is a little longer. It's about 2 minutes. I don't remember, but acrylic is a huge no. That's 13 minutes for it to settle in. I'm not dealing with that. Gel-X is a way to go, followed by polygel. If you want to see any polygel videos, you could let me know in the comments below. But for today's video, because it was heavily requested, I'm showing you Gel-X. I'm going in again with the Gel-N nail file, and there's like a huge point at the very tip part of the nail. So I'm just rounding it off so that way it's not too sharp. And then you'll see in the next clip too, where I'm going off to the sides of my nails, and I'm make sure to file that in so that way it can fit perfectly to my hand. They do fit perfect, but I just need to be 100% perfect, if you know what I mean. Okay, so now that I'm satisfied with how my nails are looking, I'm gonna go back in with the Melody Susie nail bit system. I'm taking the coarse file drill bit, and I'm just filing the surface of the nails. This is gonna come in handy for the next step that's to take place. You want a rough base for this next step, because if it's sleek and smooth, then the rest of the process is going to be very shoddy, and you don't want shoddy nails. All right, I mean, you want your nails to look really good. So the best thing for you to do, and I do this on very low setting. If I do this on very high setting, you're gonna see I'm gonna cut up my cuticles. Just a reminder, if you are wearing the gloves, the drill bit will get caught in there, and you guys have seen that. So you're gonna be extremely careful to try to keep it far away from the gloves as possible. All right, so now I'm going in with a very small drill bit, and this is to go around the cuticles. And then you don't want it too close to your cuticle, because then it looks like press-on nails, and I don't like the look of press-on nails when it's too close to the cuticle. So I make sure to file around the cuticle so that way it can still look as natural as possible. Despite that these are fake nails that I applied onto my fingers, I still want it to look natural, as if I got an acrylic set done by a professional nail tech. So that's what you're seeing me do. And again, you want this on low setting so you can take your time and actually go around the cuticle. If you go too fast, again with the speed, then you're gonna cut up your cuticle, and that is not okay, especially knowing these are my birthday nails too. I did not want my birthday nails to look cut up around the cuticle. Okay, so now I have these no shed wipes, and then I have this 91% alcohol, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wipe the base or the surface of the fake nails in which I applied. I should call it gel nails. I'm gonna wipe off the surface of the gel nails, so that way whatever I do next, it continues to saturate even further, which I'm going back in with the Gel-N nail glue gel, and I'm going to coat the entire surface of the nail with it. And you don't want it to be too thick, because then it's going to look very globby. You want to apply a generous amount, so that way it looks like, again, acrylic. All right, you want to apply a good amount. You can see me again, I just apply as if I'm doing nail polish, and it's very easy to say because it's stilettos, so it just glides on like butter. So now that I have coated all 5 fingernails, I'm gonna put my hand underneath the UV lamp for 60 seconds, aka 1 minute, and it's going to make sure to solidify the nail gel that is in place. Okay, so now after this, I'm going to apply the Beetles top coat onto my nails. This, for me, with the design I'm going to do, is going to act as my base coat, but you do want to apply a top coat onto the nail glue that you did, because that gel base is very sticky and you don't want to continue with that. You want it to be a smooth surface when it comes on to doing a nail design, or if you want to do rhinestone application, you still want it to be a smooth surface on top. We don't do sticky coats over here. Just like how you see me doing it, you want to apply it as if it's nail polish, even though this is like nail polish. So you want to apply a good amount, generous amount, from bottom to top, coating the entire nail. Alright, so once I have finished applying on my top coat, I'm going to place my hand underneath the UV lamp for 60 seconds, aka 1 minute. Alright, so now I'm going to get into the design. I'm going to use this Born Pretty gel color nail polish, and then this is in BPJR03. It came in a set in which I bought from Amazon. I'll make sure to link the nail polish or the gel polish in the description box below. My inspiration behind this nail design, I'm gonna put it on the screen somewhere. It is inspired by the Renee shoes, but Steve made a dupe to it, so that is what you're going to see on the screen instead. With these Born Pretty gel polishes, I'm applying the first coat, and to me it was pretty thin. It wasn't thick or pigmented at all, but there's some people that like one coat, they're one and done and that's it. But for me, I've had to go back in and I've had to apply 2 coats to this bad boy. But what you see right now is me applying the first coat. I was automatically in love with it, but like I stated before, it was very sheer. That's a proper word. It was very sheer for my liking. Once I finished applying my first coat, I put my hand underneath the lamp for 60 seconds. Okay, so once that was finished, I'm gonna go back in with the second coat, and the second coat I was liking a whole lot. The trick behind this collection that I bought is you have to apply a good amount so that way you can actually see the color. Because if you apply thin coats, then it's gonna continue to be sheer, and then you're gonna apply a third coat, and then you're going to apply a fourth coat, and then it's gonna become very globby. So the best bet is to apply a generous amount the first time around, put it underneath the UV lamp for 60 seconds, take it out, and then go in with a strong amount. I don't say strong amount, but a good amount for the second coat, so you can see the thick color. You can see it already that I didn't even put it underneath the UV lamp yet, and it was already pigmented, just how I wanted it. Once I finish with that, of course, you see it, put my hand underneath the UV gel for 60 seconds. I'm going to apply the top coat onto the nail polish, in which I just did not too long ago. It's going to make my nails nice and shiny. Like I stated before, I could have easily worn my nails like this. This color is appropriate for work and everyday wear, and really for the fall too, because it has little reflective glitters in there as a pop of a little something in the midst of it being a neutral shade. Once I finish applying the top coat, I'm going to put my hand again underneath the UV lamp with my gloves on for 60 seconds. So now look how nice and shiny my nails are, like oof. So now I'm gonna go in with the Modelones Builder Nail Gel, and I have these also beautiful rhinestones exclusively from Shein, and I also have these 3D butterflies that I also purchased from Shein. What I'm doing right now is I dumped out some of the butterflies onto my vanity, and I handpicked what I wanted. I purposely chose the pink butterflies to go with the nail art which I had in my head. And for my middle finger, I'm painting the nail glue, and I'm applying the butterflies in different random rotation places onto my fingernail. And then once I'm finished with it, I love how it looks so far, so I'm satisfied with it. I put it underneath the UV lamp, but this time it's going to be for 30 seconds. Everything's going to be for 30 seconds with my design. Now I'm showing you the one in which I'm using, and then for my ring finger, I decided to do like a swirly design across it. So you're gonna see me handpick that set of rhinestones that I showed you earlier, and I'm placing it on my ring finger, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to go with it. You will see in the clip that I move the rhinestones around until I'm satisfied with how the swirl is looking. Alright, so I love again how that is looking, so I'm gonna place my hand underneath the UV lamp for another 30 seconds to secure that nail design on my ring finger. So I'm showing you my middle and ring finger so far. I'm going to use those set of stones and those set of stones, and I'm gonna work on my pinky. So I'm coating my pinky like no other with the nail glue gel by Monolones, okay? And then I'm going in and I'm randomly selecting the different rhinestones from the 2 different pots that I was showing you, and I'm placing the rhinestones in different places. I don't want it all to be one color. I want it to be 2 different colors, okay? Another inspiration as to why I even did my nails like this was because we went to this botanical garden place nearby my hometown, and I wanted something that gave me botanical vibes with the butterflies and the flowers. I feel like that would look very dope, very cute. You will also see same thing what I did with my ring finger. I'm doing the same thing with my pinky. You'll see that I'm also rearranging the rhinestones on my pinky as well, so that way it doesn't look too bulky, so that way it can still look like my nail has that stiletto shape. One thing with this pack of rhinestones from Shein is that they don't have different sizes. It's all one size. Shein do have the trays where it's different sizes, but this one in particular is all one size and that's it. You're not going to get small or really big rhinestones. It's one and done for the size and that's it. You just have to know your way around how to rearrange the rhinestones on your fingernails. And so that is what you're going to see me I'm doing. I'm playing around with the shape of my nail. I'm playing around with the rhinestones on my fingernail so that way it can again hold its shape. So far I love how it looks, so I'm going to place my finger or place my hand under the UV lamp for another 30 seconds so it can settle in, that design can stay put. So now I'm going to use that set of rhinestones which I circled in the pot, and I'm working on my thumb. And so for my thumb, I just decided to do a polka dot style with the rhinestones. I didn't want to do anything too crazy, but then I also didn't want 2 of 5 of my nails on a hand to be plain. The only set of nails I kept plain were my index fingers. You see I'm placing the rhinestones on my thumb. I wanted the polka dot style, and again, up to my liking, I went in. You see that I went in and I rearranged the stones until I was satisfied with it. Okay, so that is the design that I came up with. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cure the entire hand within 60 seconds. Okay, one reason being I was satisfied with all of the designs on the other 3 fingers. So I'm saying, okay, but let me just cure everything. And then second, the thumb, the placement in the UV lamp, it's so weird. I mean, I've noticed that with every nail design I do that it takes longer for the thumb to cure, and then when the thumb doesn't cure right, then part of the nail polish comes off. So that is no reason why as to why I just did the whole 60 seconds on my entire hand. So that way the thumb can stay cured in a jiffy, and then I can just cure my entire hand. But that was that for my birthday nails. I mean, this is my first time trying gel X, and I can say that I love it a lot. I'm feeling my nails. I'm loving it. You're gonna see some shots off to the end. If you do have any more requests in regards to any nail designs you want to see, let me know in the comments below. Any other shapes, let me know in the comments below as well. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.